Why, hello there, my friends. It is time to investigate what lovely delights that we have purchased from Sendico. As always, shipping was incredibly quick. It took like about 10 days. I did try to be a little bit more reasonable with this order. So there's no Nintendo 64DD this time. Don't even ask. Oh, okay. Well, immediately we got ourselves our little paper cranes. 1, 2 and a half.
What?
Did you eat something?
You ate one of the cranes.
And we got an Xbox.
Sick.
So I believe this is part of my lot of Xboxes that I purchased. Japan, a country that is known for their absolute love of the Xbox, these things sell like
Tens.
Whoa! Look at that disk drive!
Did someone chew
It's
on that?
weathered.
Are we sure that's not a special edition? Because it looks pretty yellow to me.
This is the difference, by the way.
Oh my god.
These both used to be the same color. I think this one may have been around some smokers, perhaps. So this is a 2007 model, so it does have HDMI. It is probably not red ringed.
What?
I just shook up some of the cigarette smoke. Alex, I think that my Xbox 360 lot were mostly untested, right?
That is correct. So
Yeah.
the entire lot is untested.
Okay, let's take a look at these to see if they're slightly less terrible. There we go, that's looking a little bit better. That's looking a little, oh no.
You really need to just wait like 10 seconds before you start giving your assessment.
I do see things living in this, so that's not great.
What? Living?
It does look like it's in okay shape other than the dust, I'll be honest with you. It's, obviously this is like all the glossy black, so like, it's never gonna look ultra clean.
Dear companies, stop with the gloss.
Significantly better than my old Yeller over here. All right, last of my Xbox 360s in this lot. So this is a 2012, so this is a later model 360. Still also smells kind of bad, but looks fine. Let me find a power cable and we'll see if these Xboxes actually still work. I have found an AV cable and part of a power cable, but I have not found the full power supply for Xbox 360s. As of right now, I'm just gonna use a power supply that I already have. Oh, red ring.
Oh.
Whoa.
Okay. Not only are we too upset because these Xboxes were listed as junk and untested.
Good start.
There we go.
Okay.
Just need a little bit of gentle encouragement. Yeah!
All right.
Oh, we're logged into someone's account. Wow, how did you have 0 gamer score? I know that people in Japan weren't a huge fan of the 360, but 0? Wait, is there a game in here?
Is there? Final Fantasy 11.
Ooh. Wait, what?
What?
That's the.
Ayo?
You mean the online?
We're not fit playing Final Fantasy 11 on the Xbox. We're gonna play Ken's favorite game.
Ayo?
Still sealed, my friend. I went all out. The only reason that I would have ever bought an Xbox 360 in Japan is to play Idolmaster for Xbox 360.
So-
no one bought it, so I bought a sealed copy. Well, here, while you unbox it, let me try the other Xbox 360, see if that one works as well.
I almost want to preserve the plastic. Man.
I want to preserve the plastic. Ew!
Oh,
okay.
sick.
2 out of 3 ain't bad. Oh, it also has a disc. Hello.
It is Monster Hunter Frontier G5. This is actually disc 2
Oh,
of the set. Ryugu Kamachi?
oh,
Let's
totally
go. Hold
So
on.
cool.
What the heck?
All right. Ah! Did you just shove the disc in?
Yeah.
Push the button.
No.
I hate this game. This is the worst game I've ever seen. Let's start out with Idolmaster 2.
Yes.
Sealed. How much did I pay for this?
2,500 yen, which
Oh.
is roughly $17.
I imagine like knock off like $5 and that's what the used would be. So this is actually,
Yeah.
for having something sealed.
How about my 3 untested Xbox 360s, 2 of which are fully functional? That's a passing grade where I come from.
What? 9,388 yen, which is roughly $63.
That's actually pretty good though.
About $20 per Xbox
Yeah, and
360.
two free games,
2 free
technically.
games? Oh, she looks mad. She looks like she's gonna
Yeah.
she doesn't want to be.
Oh,
never
next
mind.
No,
She's not mad.
she's happy-go-lucky.
Oh, okay. I wish that this one worked, but also it's so gross that if it really worked, we're not missing too much. Unfortunately, I have accidentally exported 17% of all the Xbox 360s in Japan, so there are almost none left. Next up, I'm excited for this one. This is a Game Boy Pocket complete in box. Now, I did see the condition of this one being a little bit subpar, but I got that for a reason because I actually plan on doing some mods to this Game Boy. Tell me that that box is not cool as hell. Game Boy Pocket came out like 96, I think.
Jeez, it's almost as old as me.
Ew. We've got all the paperwork that's still here.
Fill out the survey.
Now, like I said, I did see that it has a busted screen, so I'm going to be modding this and putting a new screen on it. They racked the batteries so they wouldn't leak on me.
Oh, that's cute.
This is why I buy stuff on Sendico. Oh wait, it's not batteries. It's just toilet paper in the place of batteries. If you're familiar, the Game Boy Pocket was still an original DMG Game Boy from that generation, except that instead of being huge and chunky, it was pocketable. These don't match up.
Yep, that's what I'm saying.
Oh wait, I can tell that the screen has been peeled up. My fingernail would just pull the display up. Like, thank you very much. No. Let's load up a copy of Pokemon and see if this thing actually fires up.
That is red.
That technically works.
Look at that.
Oh yes, that looks so good. So here's the thing, this is exactly what I bought. I knew that this was going to be in this condition, that's fine. Before I get to work on upgrading this Game Boy Pocket, I did find one additional Game Boy that I'd like to bring to your attention, my friends.
What a surprise, Austin Evans buying more than one Game Boy.
Well, now that you challenged me, how about this before we get to the second Game Boy?
Austin Evans.
Why don't I show you the most Austin Evans thing I bought?
Wow, I'm
Battle
so
Partners.
surprised.
This is a good set. See, it's 1998 up in here. Anyone want to open some Pokemon cards with me?
Okay.
I got Hops or whatever.
Yeah, so I like how Ken's already done. He's like, forget it.
Like, I opened a bunch.
There's
and found
nothing good.
Are you kidding? This is exhilarating.
Oh, wow, I am getting a whole lot of absolutely nothing as well. The polls may not have been particularly kind, but I will say, boy oh boy, do I love opening some Pokemon cards, and boy oh boy, do I love my lovely investment, Rare Candy. The Rare Candy app is great because not only can I easily just scan all of my cards, and it will tell me exactly what they're worth, so that Mamoswine's probably worth several dollars, but what I'll do is I'll just quickly scan through all of these cards and see if anything is actually worth it. So I think a couple of these, we might have done okay on a couple of these. In total, we have $14 of value. Yeah, I love Rare Candy. It's so great to be able to scan all my cards and see exactly how I didn't do well on my polls. If you'd like to check out the Rare Candy app, I'll have a link in the description. I'm an investor, so they didn't pay me. I paid them. Alex, I definitely paid less than $14 for that box, right?
Oh my God, I don't even want to look. 10,300 yen, which is the rough equivalent of $67. Nope, sorry, $69.
Is this why the internet went out the other day?
Next up, after that slight unscheduled detour into Pokemon land, let me look at my second Game Boy. This is called the Game Boy Light. And not only did I do a video on this in like 2010, but importantly, the Game Boy Light is one of the only Game Boys that was ever Japanese exclusive. It's essentially a Game Boy Pocket. It's very, very similar. However, it has, as you might have guessed from the name, a backlit display, and it takes AA's instead of AAA's. Now, this one I did see was also in somewhat rough condition. We are missing the battery door. I do think it works. Could I grab some AA's and make sure? All right, is everyone ready to experience the backlit display on the Game Boy Light? Alice, can you dim the lights, please?
Oh, wow.
Hey,
So cool.
there it is.
Do you see?
I don't see jack shit.
Let me show you off and then on.
I can kind of see it a little
It's a
bit.
difference.
Yeah.
Okay, look, all you spoiled children who grew up on iPads, back in my day, I had to walk back and forth to school in the snow both ways.
Can this even connect to 5G, dude?
It does not have 5G.
Dude, the backlight has like a viewing angle.
This is early, okay? This is years before the Game Boy Advance SP came out. It was like they took the Game Boy and they just rizzed it up. Sorry, I got something in my throat. It's a little cringe. What I'll be doing is, the screen is thankfully fully functional. I'm going to do a screen and shell replacement for my Game Boy Pocket. And I'm gonna just do a shell swap on the Game Boy Light because it's a fully functional Game Boy. It just, it's a little scoffed, it's a little scratched.
Yeah, you, Kakuna.
I may have bitten off more than I can chew, and I regret my decision. So let's start by swapping the shell on our Game Boy Light. So I went to Retro Game Repair, which is a site that I've used a few times to buy Game Boy and Game Boy accessories. So this is our new shell, which, it's glossy. Ooh, I don't like that. Well, I guess that's Michelle. I do have actually a couple of options for new glass screen lenses. And then I also have a replacement sticker as well. I'm not following a tutorial because I think I'm just gonna figure this out, because how hard could it be?
It was at this moment he knew. He f***ed up.
So carefully pull that board out and roll it because we have the display. Oh, that is different. Okay. How does this screen come out? This is the light. And there is my actual display for the Game Boy Light. So I've actually, boy, I will say immediately, you can just see the difference. No, that button does not feel right at all whatsoever. Why does that feel so bad? Oh, it does work. Oh, ugh. Oh my God, no. No. Yeah, no, that's bad. I think I just broke my button. Hey, Matt, my esteemed colleague and great friend. Were you able by chance to fix my Game Boys?
Yeah, it took like 6 minutes.
I did not. Okay, can you actually explain what I did? Because I feel like we talked a little bit about this off camera.
You broke the power switch.
I broke the power switch on the Game Boy Light.
That was...
So you had to basically take it off and resolder the switch back on.
Yeah.
Let me try the Game Boy Light first to make sure. So this is, for reference, the existing Game Boy Light screen as well as the motherboard, but with new buttons and this new very fancy white shell. See if it works. Hey, yo, where's my contrast? Yeah, so basically the contrast wheel I think is maybe slightly off, but you can't get it right.
Hey.
I'll say I don't think the backlight works.
Let's find out. Going out.
It don't.
But I will say it looks phenomenally better than it originally did.
None of that matters when you have this bad boy, which is
Better in every way?
every single way.
For context, this Game Boy Pocket is the original motherboard, but brand new buttons, shell, screen lands, and importantly, a brand new screen. Dude, that screen is so bright.
Yeah.
On this side, you've got touch sensors, so that's some of the things you had to actually solder, right?
Yes.
Wow, there's a lot of palettes here. Some of these are
There's
ugly.
like 30 something. Alex,
Yes.
what do we pay for the Game Boy Light?
It's around $100. It was a replacement shell for $35,
Okay.
and then the replacement lens for $6. The Game Boy Pocket from Sendico was roughly $42. The shell, $15. The backlight mod was $60.
Worth it.
You had a little bit of hesitation there.
Worth it.
I'm gonna go fix this one.
Okay, I'm just gonna go play some Pokemon. This is great. Oh, we have other items?
Yes, we do.
Oh,
We're not done yet.
all right. I'm gonna just preface this before we get started. This may not work, but we're gonna give it our best try. Behold, my friends, the original Famicom Power Glove.
As seen on the Wizard!
This was the Famicom version, which is similar, and yet I know it uses like a different connector and whatnot. Inside we have the Power Glove, baby! Wait, why are there so many things? I thought I knew how to use a Power Glove. Now I'm realizing that I'm a big old liar to myself. So we have a little breakout box, and then I have my Power Glove, which is actually in
Really good shape.
Yeah, so I feel
You
the
feel
power.
powerful, right?
Yeah, because like it wants to like fight your hand open, so when you close your fist, it's like you're exercising your immense might as a Nintendo gamer. So we have ourselves a D-pad, we have the center button, A, B, select start, and then a bunch of individual keys. So let me grab the TV, our twin Famicom, and see if this whole contraption actually is functional. So the way this works is that you see all these sensors on the top, right? So I think it's a couple of ultrasonic things. So there's a lot of buttons you can press on here to try to get it right. Oh, it stopped working. Go right, go right, go right. Up, 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 no, okay. And then up, 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 no. I'm stuck going down all the time. This is, to be fair, I probably not like completely set this up correctly because it's kind of complicated, but.
No, I mean, this is kind of just what it was.
Yeah, and before anyone yells at us, the instructions literally just tell us to like, hey, if your TV is too tall, fill it with boxes or books or something.
To give you an idea of how not well supported the Power Glove was, it came out in 1989 and was already discontinued by 1990. How much do we pay for this quite nice, albeit, well, I guess unfortunately fully functional Power Glove from Japan?
It was $75 when it first came out,
A lot of money.
and we bought it for 9,999 yen, which is roughly the equivalent of $67. So we got a deal.
It's totally useless, except that I can stroke my chin with a Power Glove, and that's really all I wanted to do today is,
The Wizard!
So this next item, I'm excited for. If you've ever worked with a Nintendo DS before, especially a broken one, you'll know that it is a pain to fix, which is why the Game Boy Macro was born. Behold, a very nicely packaged, fully modified Game Boy Macro. This is a Nintendo DS Lite that has had the top screen chopped off. It is not really going to be able to play DS games. Technically, it will do it, but the problem is you don't have the top screen. However, it still has the Game Boy Advance slot, which means that you can load up a Game Boy Advance game, play it like a giant Game Boy Micro. So you can see that it has not only custom buttons, but it also has the XY being different because the Game Boy Advance would never use that. It also has a 3D printed face plates. Otherwise, what you need to do is you have to basically sand down the original. But that's not the cool part. The cool part is up here, because that, my friends, is a USB-C port. Woo!
That's nice. I like that.
This is cool, right? So if I plug this in, we'll theoretically see the light turn on.
There you go. Well, it's on.
I'm unsure that it's charging though, if I'm honest with you. I wonder if it needs like a 5-volt charger or something and it can't handle power delivery. So let me try to plug it in with just a regular USB-C charger. Yeah, buddy. All right. So we were plugged in via USB-C. If I load up my Pokemon Ruby, I just realized there's no speakers because the speakers were up here. Okay, well, whatever, it's fine, it's fine. Now, there are a couple of flaws I will tell you immediately. First of all, it's gonna be a little hard to see, but there's like some kind of like dark patches on the actual the bottom touchscreen. The lack of speakers is also a bit annoying if I'm honest with you. No, they did put a speaker in here.
Hey. Yeah, I hear it.
They stuffed a speaker in here somewhere. Oh my God, they put the speaker where the DS card slot is. And if I recall correctly, the best part was this thing was actually pretty affordable, right?
It's clear that this guy, this is his business. So we paid 4,280 yen, which is roughly $28.
That is absolutely worth it in every possible way. Like, is it the best way to play a Game Boy Advance game? Maybe not, but it's a very usable way. It's original hardware. How do you not love this thing? Less than 30 bucks. Okay, so, you know how I'm a big fan of Xboxes? Well, how about a slightly more unique option that I've not seen in many years? In fact, I saw this listing on Sendico and I was like, oh, I forgot that this was a thing. So this is an Xbox One Elite. This was a very limited production Xbox One that basically no one bought.
Phil Spencer's looking over there. He goes, why is there a sudden influx of sales in Japan for Xboxes?
It had the launch of the Elite controller. So this was, I would argue, the first real first-party pro controller. Now, this console originally shipped with not only the Elite controller, but also with an upgraded hard drive. So the original launch model had a 500 gig hard drive. This has a 1 terabyte SSHD, which is essentially a hard drive with a little bit of flash storage to speed things up. The only downside with this listing, and I knew it going into it, is that the Elite controller is missing in the box. So I knew I bought, here's the thing.
Way to bury the hatchet on that one.
Is this the headset that's still wrapped? Oh yeah, that's where the controller would be. We do have a power supply and a, oh! This is the other Xbox 360 charge, oh. The console, from my recollection of the photos, looked like it was in good shape. Oh, it's an Xbox, baby, yep. All right, let me plug my Xbox in and see if this thing actually works. Oh, I accidentally turned it on. Okay, cool, I think it's working.
So I would turn it
off. That fan don't sound good. And is there a game installed? No, there's nothing in there. Now let me make sure it shows up as 1 terabyte, 800 gigabytes. Pretty sure even after formatting, 1 terabyte's not 781 gigabytes. Do I have an Xbox One game? I feel like, do we have Titanfall? Matt, what happened in 2015?
I graduated my master's.
I was in 8th grade.
Oh my
God. Hey, quick question. What the fuck?
And my disk drive is working. Woo! Unfortunately, I do need to reinstall the entire Titanfall, which is gonna take a minute because it is going. Well, you know, here's the thing. The Xbox clearly works. The disk drive worked. I think we can confirm that my Xbox is totally functional and that I don't want to put this thing online because I'm afraid. How much did I pay for my Xbox One Elite directly from Japan?
You paid 15,300 yen. That is $104, give or take.
Look, for a clean Xbox One, that's not bad. And have you seen how cool my box is? Look, it's a little like shiny. You see the Xbox One logo is a little shiny? This next item has something that I think we all should strive for in life, an elder status. Because
What?
back before your PlayStations, your Sega Mega Drives, your Nintendo digital screen, dual screen. Am I stalling right now because I have nothing intelligent to say about this particular really obscure console? Yes, I am. It's a TV Jack, right?
Yes, it is the Bandai TV Jack. Well, you can open the rest
It's
of it.
number 6, right? Oh, 1000.
Yeah, there you go. That is the old man on the block, and it came out in 1977.
It is older than everyone in this room besides Matt. It, I do believe, is just a Pong clone, right?
It has 4 built-in games,
4?
including hockey, racquetball, tennis, and just something called practice. I don't know what that means.
So 4 different versions of Pong, they're ever so slightly different. Got it. And look how happy these kids are. They're just there, chilling with their dad and mom. Okay. So it's actually in, I mean, surprise, surprise, in quite nice condition. So there is an AC adapter for it, and it even says Jack 1000 on it.
Woo.
Okay, so we have our RF cable, our little transducer. So you got yourself.
I can hear how lightweight that is.
It is a hollow. So you've got yourself a little switch to change between your channels. You've got your RF out as well as your power in. 6 B batteries.
It's not going to be light after that when you have 6 Ds in there.
Yep. You can change between your different modes with these helpful little switches. Oh, that's motion. I'm gonna start doing that.
That
and we
looks
have
really sus on C.
on and off. Let's see if our Jack 1000, our TV Jack 1000 video mate, I feel calling it the Jack 1000 feels rude. Hey! Ooh.
Maybe
What
wiggle,
a nice
maybe wiggle that cable around.
1970s picture. Let me fiddle with the cable a little bit.
Try blowing it. On it.
Hey! That's rude. The joys of 1970s electronics. No, Matt. Okay, you hold it exactly like that, and I'll play it really quick. Yeah. Okay, I'm ready to play. I'm playing against myself.
Well, you definitely used to playing with yourself.
Uh-oh. Even though it looks bad, and we may have to put a seizure warning on this video, it actually doesn't look terrible in person. Here, hop in here. We just gotta get real nice and cozy, like usual. All right.
Why do you have to say like usual?
Oh, there's some good physics here. It's not counting.
Oh, it's over. It's 15.
Woo! No, I'm not gonna do it in your ear.
How much did we pay for our TV Jack 1K?
We paid 4,200 yen, which is roughly $28.
Man, I think we got $28 worth of value. Play this about as long as the Call of Duty campaign, at least. So as we've established, Sendico, the noted purveyor of many fine Xboxes, I think I may have found the cleanest one.
Another one? Jeez.
Look, here's the thing.
How many were in this video alone?
This is my
25.
fifth Xbox in this video.
Bro,
But-
save some for the rest of the country.
I don't. Look at this.
Ooh.
Mint.
It's also bulging out the back.
You're bulging out the back.
Whoa.
Don't talk about my Xbox like that. This is the Japanese version of the Xbox 360 arcade. So this would have been the original fat version of the 360. The arcade was actually like kind of the worst one because I believe this one shipped without the hard drive. But you could buy the Xbox 360 memory cards. I don't know if y'all remember, they did sell memory cards for the Xbox 360 for a brief amount of time for these original models. Alex, do you have the listing for this? I think this was fully complete in box.
It doesn't explicitly say complete in box, but it seems like it has everything.
I remember looking at this, I saw it on Sendico, I was like, oh, and I just bought it immediately. Behold, my friends. Oh, brother. We have our Xbox Live Arcade disc. They didn't even open this paperwork, did they?
Did anyone ever?
We got the, whoops, well, I just broke that. We have the original console with all the wrapping and whatnot.
Does that look yellow,
I mean, all this extra sort of like paperwork. We've got the memory card. You can see that the top part is white because that was in the console, and the bottom part is like yellowed.
Well, that's the thing. We were actually conferring over
Yeah.
here, and like that console is definitely yellow.
No.
Oh,
You can see the
no!
contrast.
Oh no!
This is a mint.
White? Not so white.
It's
Tan?
I
Not
can't
tan.
I can't.
Tan?
They
not
look
10.
both white to me.
How dare you.
I cannot tell the difference.
We have the controller, which I'm afraid is going to be yellow. A little bit yellow, but look, it still even has all the original stickers on it. So let me do this. Let me go ahead and get us all actually like hooked up, and we'll see. I'm assuming it works, because I do think it's supposed to work. All right, good Xbox happy noises. Oh! Holy f***ing shit, those are the blades!
Time to upgrade this bad boy.
How dare you? Oh my God. You might just think, who cares? No one has 360s with blades anymore. The way the Xbox 360 worked, the first like couple years of it, they shipped with this interface. But then, I think it was like 2008 or 2009, they brought the NXE, and there's a third interface, which I don't even think they gave a name to. But any Xbox, once you update it, you lose this forever. 360s with the blades, go for actual money on eBay.
It's actually a lot more valuable than I thought.
Yeah.
I'm seeing prices minimum like 120.
All right, let's make sure the disk drive works. Yep, stickers and all.
Inside this astonishing
Whoa, yo.
Oh, he's
calm
wearing the
down.
gloves.
or what we like to call
I want a painting that can shake hands.
The blades! What in the heck?
What? He just reached into the pocket?
Zune! Zune!
Oh, sweet. What is happening?
Pac-Man Championship.
Okay, fine, we'll play Pac-Man. This is actually fun, but very intense, and I can't talk. Ah! Okay, that's fair, that's fair. This Xbox is absolutely delightful. I am incredibly happy we have it. Alex, help me feel even better. How much do we pay for this minty, slightly yellowed, original Xbox 360 arcade with everything, including the Blades interface?
We paid 7,500 yen, which is roughly $50. I don't like this dance you're doing.
That is the most upsetting thing I've seen in a long time.
So remember the whole thing about how I wanted to find good deals, practical consumer advice.
But then you went and got stuff like
You got
Pokemon
5
cards.
Xboxes.
Okay, here's the thing. I save money in many ways to budget for.
N64DD?
No, it's not an N64 DD.
6 Xbox?
The 90s in Japan was a wild and exciting time. The economy was booming.
The 90s for Japan was a recession.
Inside this package is an item I've wanted for a long time, the Mega Jet.
The what?
You know what the Mega Jet is?
No.
Is that the thing I sit on in the hot tub?
No! The Mega Jet was developed by Sega, and it was designed to essentially give you good video gaming in the sky.
Wait, okay.
First of all, we're in a building.
Is there a credit card slot on there?
No, because it was free. Look at how absolutely beautiful this is. So I gotta just very carefully. So it is a version of the Mega Drive, but this was designed to literally fly with you on an airplane. Look at me, I'm a big old Sega boy. Sega! So you can see, look at how happy he is. You've got your portable Mega Drive you can put in your little satchel.
I have a feeling this is gonna disappoint the living out of me.
Why?
Because the Mega Drive wasn't that good of a console.
Yeah, and
And this is just a...
What did you just say? Half the size, twice the fun. Mega Jet. That is a great slogan. I'm gonna put that one on my bio. You can enjoy fighting with two people at the same time.
damn.
Bro, I do that with the whole internet.
Oh yeah, brother. Look at this. Tell me this is not tiny. Okay, yeah, yes. Game Gear. Okay, this is like comparing a Game Boy Color to a Nintendo 64. This is
You know
like
the Game
buying-
Gear could be played in a car, on a boat, on a bus.
You can actually see on the back, the label is in pristine shape.
Is it because no one used it?
And you've actually got the controller built in too. So essentially all you need to really do is just plug this into a TV and into power. Can you find out how much was the Mega Jet when it was brand new?
So we have to do two conversions. We have to
Go
go
ahead.
from yen to USD and
Yep.
then USD from 1994 to now.
Yes.
So it's roughly 216.
And it is appreciated like a fine wine because I paid more than $216
Game
for it.
Gear was $150.
Let me pull out a TV, plugs into power, and I'm gonna show you how to Mega Jet your way to fame, success, good looks, and most importantly, 90s swag.
What Nintendo?
We'll load up a copy of Street Fighter 2 Plus Championship Edition. I'm gonna fire this bad boy up.
Uh-oh.
Oh, so the power LED's on. Well, no, hold on, wait.
The listing says the AV cable connection may be poor.
Poor is one way to describe it. I may need to work on this cable a little bit and push it back into where it belongs.
What?
Don't break the box. Such a good console. I love it so much. We're just showing the real process here. Not like I'm stressed or anything. Okay. Game Gear, yes. Do you have something to help contribute? Yeah.
Oh no, I was just gonna play this while you guys.
I don't think your
What are you
thing is
playing,
working
Matt?
that well.
Yeah, I know. I
Sega.
noticed it doesn't
Also,
work. So I'm
I
sure
ca-
we can find cables to get this working.
I
that
sure
wouldn't be a
hope
problem.
that this didn't cost that much more than a Nintendo 64 DD or less.
This is less than $1,000.
Okay, but how
So
much?
much less.
By how much?
I don't know if we need to share that information. That's
Well, I
proprietary.
think it's not working. So power to the people.
Alex,
Yeah.
would you think it would be a good idea to share how much this was theoretically, or should we just keep that proprietary?
He's playing
confidential.
He's playing the game about that one movie.
The Mega Jet cost us 85,000 yen, which is the rough equivalent to $570.
Oh look, that boots right up.
Yeah, so fast.
So fast. Yeah.
Wow. And it has a screen that works?
Yeah. $50 US.
See you next time, my friends.
I had to wait 3 weeks for it to ship. Nothing.
It's gonna look so good when it's done. When I got cables, it's gonna be so good.